Hey my wonderful baddies, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Angie. I'm a psychic medium here on YouTube that does pick-a cards and a whole bunch of different types of readings and services. So if you're new to my YouTube channel, thanks so much for subbing. I actually do giveaways to at least 2 subscribers every month to have a chance of winning a free personal reading. So I want to let you guys know as well that I have now recently introduced a whole bunch of different types of webinars and courses for my baddie collective. So a few of them that I've now introduced is understanding the difference between a karmic, twin flame, and soulmate. I've had lived experience of all three. I actually right now am on a twin flame soulmate type of journey where I've recently met one of my soulmates who's here to assist me essentially with my ascension. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit about twin flames, soulmates, karmics, the dynamic in terms of having a soulmate versus a twin flame or vice versa, we're going to be diving a little bit deep in the 2-hour seminar for that. So the courses is going to be offered in the next couple of weeks, and I'm also going to be releasing as well all about the signs and synchronicities courses. So if you're somebody who sees a lot of vivid numbers like angel numbers, feathers, different stuff like that, and you kind of want to find out a little bit more about what your downloads mean, then join me for that seminar as well. So that course is going to be offered May 28th and 29th, and it's currently being offered for $66 US. I also have going to be launched on June 4th and 5th. Learn about the primary chakras. So we have more than 7 chakras in the body, but for this course we're going to be just focusing on the primary 7, which is base all the way to crown, and we're going to understand in terms of when the chakras are in balance, what that may present as, kind of like giving you a little bit of a flavor in terms of understanding when spiritual folks talk about the physical body not being well, what that essentially translates to in terms of you and overall your physical health, and how you can basically do techniques as well to help assist with clearing. Because sometimes it's just a slight blockage where you might not need an SRT, but I wanted to provide these informations to you guys so that we were able to learn how to clear yourself, especially if you're in a twin flame soulmate dynamic. You need to be clearing yourself and your twin and your soulmate on a consistent basis, especially if you're with a higher level soulmate, such as myself. I also have a twin, so I know all about this. So every day I have to ground and protect myself and my 2 counterparts now. So yeah, so if you are interested, join me for these courses. I actually have a bundle also being offered to my baddies where you can get all 3 classes for $200 US. That is a win. This is $150 savings, and it's going to be offered for a limited time because after I release this course, the prices and the fees are actually going to be going up. So don't miss out and don't sleep. You got to join me today. So let us now hop in. So we have 3 piles to choose from. So we have pile number 1, which is here. We have pile number 2. And then last but not least, we have wonderful dynamic pile number 3. So do your thing, guys, and pick your pile, and I'll see you wonderful folks in your reading. My baddies in pile number 1. So if you're new here to my YouTube channel, thanks so much for joining. My name is Angie. I'm a psychic medium here on YouTube that does readings, as well as I offer a whole bunch of different types of services. So I want to do a brief info session with you guys in terms of what I've recently added to my my website. So I've actually now added understanding the difference between karmic, twin flame, and soulmate. So they're currently being offered in full 4-week courses, as well as I've recently added webinars, which are going to be 2 hours long. So the webinar I have for that course, Understanding a Karmic, Twin Flame, Soulmate, I've actually had experience of being in all 3 connections. I've actually now embarked on a journey essentially with my twin flame, and I've also met up with a higher level soulmate, which is an ascension partner recently. So I'll kind of explain a little bit about that and how those dynamics work and how you can use this to manifest your abundance and prosperity with yourself. So basically, those classes offered right now from the week of May 21st to May 22nd, and it's currently being offered for $88.88 US. I also have another course that I also launched, which is also a webinar. So understanding a little bit more about your signs and synchronicities. So this class is going to be offered May 28th to 29th, and it's currently being offered for $66.66 US. I also have another course I've recently launched as well, which is understanding the 7 primary chakras. So there are more than 7, but for this course, we're only going to be focusing on the primary 7, and that way you're able to understand in terms of how to clear, how to protect yourself, how to ground. Especially if you are in a twin flame soulmate higher level connection, the energies can be mirrored, as well as if you want to maintain your sovereignty, it's important to understand the chakras in terms of how they function in the body. So that way you're able to build your defenses against psychic attacks, as well as other spiritual attacks that may happen based on your systems being weakened. So I also have a bundle, so that is going to be offered for $200 US. If you want to purchase all 3 classes, you'll have a chance to experience all 3. And I also want to let you guys know as well that I've recently added live personal readings to my website. So these readings are a bit lengthy. So one of them I believe is offered for $250 US, which is an hour and a half of unlimited questions. So if you want to have a well-rounded reading, you can do that. I also have a 30-minute read for $100 US as well too. So if you're interested, check out my website, angiesawakening.com. I'll leave links to this down below in the description bar. So without further ado, pile number 1, let's get into your reading. So we have here pile number 1. So what I can see about you, baddie, is that for one, you are somebody who is very wise, very intelligent, and I'm also hearing very spontaneous. So this is something that people really, really admire about you, because you're somebody who has a deep intellect as well as a deep knowing. You're somebody as well, I feel like, who handles everything that they touch with a lot of care and compassion, and a lot of respect, dignity, honesty, integrity. So you're very big on integrity and boundaries is what I'm hearing from Spirit. You also live by the rules of love. So you're somebody who's more heart-led rather than mentally led. You more of walk through life with your mind or your body and spirit, rather than just relying on intellect to help you get through. So you go based on your intuition, based on how you feel. This is kind of like how you determine the steps, the process that you need to take in life. I also see at the back of here that you have the ability as well, which people really love and admire about you, to learn from past mistakes. So you're somebody who may have had a difficult upbringing or a difficult societal situation, but you've ultimately learned a lot from your mistakes of the past. And you're also very hopeful. I'm hearing you're also a hopeful romantic, where you do believe that true love does exist and that you'll be able to manifest your deepest desires if you truly put your heart into it, is what I'm hearing. So I also see here that this is a rose, so it tells me it's all about that beautiful purity, that innocence within self. I feel like this is something that definitely bothers you, pile number 1. But I also see more intuitively as well that even though a rose is beautiful, there are thorns that are attached to a rose. So this speaks to a lot of betrayals, heartbreaks, sadness that you've gone through in life. But ultimately, you've maintained your innocence and you've maintained your strength along the way. So I'm also hearing that you have recently wanted to develop your spiritual gifts. You've been called to, essentially, because I feel like your gifts are very big and they're able to help humanity, which is probably why I gave that longer spiel at the beginning about my courses. So if you are interested, check out my website. So we see here that you are somebody who also is very wishful. So you're someone who likes to do a lot of moon manifestation magic, I see as well. Or you're just somebody who likes to make wishes on stars. And you do believe that dreams do come true. But I feel like you are somebody as well that's willing to put in the hard work, determination, dedication in order to make this happen. I also see here as well that you are being divinely protected and guided at this time. So you are somebody as well, I'm hearing, that is very much into yoga, meditations. I'm hearing visualizations of the mind as well. So you are someone who is a energy healer, is what I'm hearing for pile number 1, which is amazing. So I also see here as well that this kind of reminds me of the evil eye. So I feel like for you as well, like you just have a natural way of picking up people's energy and their auras in general. So you could actually be into reading auras as well as into some sort of energy healing. I'm hearing Reiki modality as well. Or you're just somebody who's very good at picking up and sensing things intuitively when they are off balance. And this is again confirming that you follow your heart, which we said already. And you're very lucky is what I see as well, which people like about you. I feel like everywhere you go, you are kind of like that sunshine, that rainbow, that happiness, that joy, that peace, that prosperity that helps to lighten the world and lighten the light for everybody. So now that we've gotten an overall sense of you, pile number one, let us now see what else people admire about you. So I'm just going to pull one card for pile number one. So we have here Libra, the idealist. So what I feel for this card here is that you often like to work in collaboration with people. So you're not someone who's closed off, where people who kind of just like only want to work by themselves or don't really want to work with other people or share your knowledge. You're somebody who very much is socially aware. You're very artistic. You're also somebody who is very considerate of other people's feelings, but sometimes you can be a little bit indecisive. But at the same time, I do see that you really try to please other people's needs. And sometimes you even put other people's needs before your own. But you are somebody as well who very much is an inspiration to a lot of people. And you definitely bring a lot of grace, truth, prosperity, and a lot of sound support is what I'm hearing, because you're very good at making sound decisions. You actually might be a Libra is what I'm hearing as well. I'm hearing Capricorn, Sagittarius, and these are Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm hearing Virgo too. I'm also seeing Pisces as well. And I'm seeing Leo as well for this pile. And Aquarius is what I'm feeling. Sun, Moon, and Rising for this reading. So let me now see that we have more information about you, pile number one. So you are overall just a sweet, loving, compassionate, truthful, integrity-filled person. So that is a very strong an amazing quality to have. So see here, the star. So this is what I was picking up on, right? So you are someone very much who believes that dreams do come true and you're able to manifest. About that, pile number one. So they're testing the alarms in my condo, which I'm super mad about. This is annoying. But anyways, so back to your read, pile number one. So anyways, you are somebody very much who believes in positive changes and you do believe in dreams coming true. So I also feel like sometimes you can get interrupted. So it's like when you're in thought, sometimes you kind of get bombarded by other thoughts or other distractions. But ultimately you keep your eye on the prize, because remember, everything that happens in the reading is for a reason. So I feel like what just happened now, the interruption, was kind of like there was a lot of roadblocks, obstacles, could have even been a traumatic event or some sort of relationship that kind of like held you back from being able to be in your full power at that time. But ultimately, I do see you stepping into courage and wisdom to be able to manifest a lot of abundance, prosperity, love, peace, and joy, which is something that's positive. And so I think I had mentioned Aquarius, but I am feeling very much Aquarius vibes as well too for this reading. Like air, water, and earth, I feel like, and a little bit of fire, but mainly water, earth, and air is what I'm picking up on. So I feel like, again, you always feel like, and you also help other people to see that there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? So even in the darkest hour, even in the darkest amount of time, there's always hope and way to make way for new beginnings. So it's about maintaining that positivity, being able to work on that trust, that forgiveness, which is something that I feel like you are very big on. I also feel like you're very much big on self-love. So you are somebody as well who is very much big on self-love. So you recognize that in order for you to basically fill other people's cup, you got to first fill your own. Without that, it's going to be very difficult to be able to manifest anything, because if you're on empty, how can you give something that you don't already have? So I feel like you spend a lot of time in nature, going for walks, and you do a lot of deep thought and introspection is what I feel for you, pile number one as well. So we see here, so a 9 of water. So again, this is all about the self. So this is, again, big, heavy emphasis on dreams coming true. So Spirit is also coming forward as a sign of assurance to pile number one, that whatever you want to manifest in terms of your reality is going to happen for you. All you have to do is trust and believe in your process, trust and believe in yourself, and trust and believe that everything will work out for your highest good. So I feel like, again, this is bringing emphasis to the fact of you having a lot of good fortune and a lot of good luck at this time. And I do see here that your wishes, your manifestations, I'm hearing that for the recent black moon, if you manifested, there's going to be a lot of abundance, prosperity. Some of you, I'm hearing, even manifested a house. Some did a car as well too. I also see here that some even manifested a relationship. So Spirit is saying that everything is going to be working out very soon. So if you've been waiting also to hear communication about a job, Spirit is letting me know as well that that's going to be coming in as well very soon too, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So the universe is here to reassure that all is going to be well and everything is going to work out for you, and you will be successful because that's just your nature and who you are at your core. So this was amazing. So I'm going to now give you a last piece of advice, pile number 1, and then we're going to close out your reading. So it says, be true to yourself. So let us read what be true to yourself is all about. So this is what I was talking about, heavy integrity vibes. So let us see what be true to yourself is all about. Sorry, guys. Come on, man. I hate when these cards don't have numbers because it's so hard to find it sometimes. Like, comment below if you guys get a little bit annoyed when you're doing readings and you're like trying to find, okay, here it is. It's on page number 18. Okay, so let's see. So we have here, you may feel pressure to meet expectations of others over listening and following your own counsel. You are tempted to seek the approval of others instead of pursuing what you really feel and want to do. This is an opportunity to break free from the tendency to abandon yourself because of misplaced values. Summon your divine energy and call in the strength to be true to yourself no matter what others think. Your divine energy is calling you to be true to yourself and reclaim your personal integrity. No matter how frightening it may feel, honor the loving express your true feelings regardless of the outcome, and find the courage to face opposition. Be wary of selling out to temporary flattery instead of maintaining the self-respect that comes from being faithful and true to yourself. Watch that you are not pressured into playing nice while ignoring your truth because you're afraid of what might face it if your feelings are unknown. Summon your strength and call in your divine power to help keep you aligned with those who you really are. So stick to your convictions in a non-aggressive, loving, grounded way, no matter how unfamiliar or scary it might be, even if the risk of great loss or pain, disapproval from others. The fear you face is an illusion that's keeping you from living a full, empowered life. Stick to your truth. It will be worth the effort. So Spirit is saying right now, a lot of you guys need to stand your ground and make sure that you maintain, as we talked about, your integrity and that fairness as well as that love. So it's about finding that middle ground and being balanced. And some people might be like, what the frig is pile number 1 talking about? But ideally, as long as you know your map in terms of where you need to go, that's what counts. So a lot of you guys, I'm hearing as well, need to be doing some energy work on your chakras. So if you're capable of doing this, you can do that as well. If not, check out my website. I also help to assist this. It's like kind of like giving me the vibes of cord cutting, where some of you guys may need to do some cord cutting, soul retrieval, stuff like that to disconnect from a lot of this negativity that might be surrounding you at this time. So Spirit is saying to stay in high vibe as well as to maintain your stance in terms of who you are, and most importantly, your boundaries and the boundaries of other people as well. So that was a wonderful read, pile number 1. I thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and sub to the channel. As middle of May, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for 2 lucky subscribers if you would like a chance to win a possible free personal reading by me. I thank you all so much for your love and support. Love and light. Take care. My baddies in pile number 2, thank you so much for joining me for your reading. I'm super pumped and excited to do this today for you. So before we get into the reading, I just want to do a little bit of some promo in terms of what I have going on, because being the high priestess, I mean, guys, there's always stuff to put out. Like, I feel like there's always ideas, downloads, especially because I've been ascending. So sorry guys to my subbies that I've been a little bit MIA. I've been going through a heavy transformation vibe at this time. So shout out to anyone else who's experiencing a lot of ascension in terms of just like the dreams, the downloads, just like everything has been moving super quickly for me. So I've been trying to like recalibrate, you know, catch up. So anyways, let us do the promo quick so we can get into the reading. So I want to let you guys know that currently I have 3 courses for you guys to choose from. So I have a class on May 21st and May 22nd for the price of $88.88 US. So this is understanding the difference between a karmic, twin flame, and soulmate. I can't tell you the amount of emails that I get on a regular basis people wanting to know whether or not their person and them are twins. So I've been doing a lot of twin checks. So shout out to pile number 2. Any of you guys who want to do it, I actually have that on special right now, where you can find out if you and your person are twins, soulmates, karmics, whatnot. So I'm going to be hosting a webinar that's going to be breaking down the difference between all 3, so you understand the difference that all 3 play. So currently right now I am involved actively in a twin flame, so high level soulmate connection. So I'm going to be explaining about my lived experience of going through the 3, as well as breaking down in terms of the textbook definitions and deeper meanings and understanding of what all 3 dynamics are about. So if you're interested, check that out. I also have here on May 28th, 29th for our 6666 US, all about signs and synchronicities. So this is going to be topping in terms of a little bit about dream interpretation. I might save that for another webinar to offer later down the road, but this is kind of understanding angel numbers. So understanding what are angel numbers, understanding feathers, animal spirits, different types of ways that your guides, angels, spirits communicate with you. So that way you're able to build better discernment. So when you get those downloads, you'll be able to understand and interpret what they actually mean. I also have another course being offered, which is learning about the 7 primary chakras. So there are more than 7, but for this course, we're only going to be focusing on the 7 chakras, the primary ones from root to crown, in terms of how to understand them, how to work on healing, especially if you are in a twin flame, soulmate, higher level soulmate dynamic. You need to know about energy clearing and how to be able to ground yourself, as well as understanding in terms of how, when the chakras are imbalanced, how this may create blockages for yourself as well as your counterpart. So for a lot of you baddies out there, you got to make sure that you're protecting your energy as well as your person's energy, especially if you are very much a spiritual person. Hygiene is critical. Without hygiene, you leave yourself vulnerable to being attacked, as well as your energy to be depleted, as well as courting and other stuff will happen. So if you need to, if you want to understand that better, check out my website. I actually have a baddie bundle special happening right now. For $200 US, you'll have the chance to purchase all 3 courses for the webinar as well. So I've also added live personal readings. So if you would like to get more detailed understanding in terms of your situation, I currently have that for an hour and a half for $250 US, as well as I'm currently offering 30 minutes for $100 US. So if you are called and you would like to book any of my services, check out my website, angiesawakening.com. So guys, now that I've gotten the promo out of the way, let's hop into your reading. So we see here pile number 2. So let us see the person that you are. So I see here pile number 2. It seems like you have been very much heartbroken a lot. So we see here with this perhaps love, it's kind of like ... You're not really sure in terms of, you know, what will happen in terms of love. I feel like for some of you guys, you might be getting up there in age, is what my guides are telling me. So you're kind of worried about if the opportunity of having children or perhaps manifesting a new beginning is going to be possible for you, pile number 2. So Spirit is saying, rest assured, they got it under control, is what I'm hearing. So we see here 5. So right now I feel like you're going through a little bit of a difficult time. I'm also hearing for some of you guys, you could be into fashion designing, or you could be a Taurus, because 5 is the month of May, which is Taurus season, as well as I'm hearing some of you could also be a Gemini, is what I'm picking up from this reading, and that's sun, moon, or rising. So I see here that there is a bee. So I feel like a lot of you guys as well, people, something about you is that you're very hardworking, you're very dedicated, and you always try your best to make sure that you're able to get things done in a timely fashion. So it's kind of like people can rely on you, people depend upon you. You always make shit happen, and you're not afraid to take risk, as well as you're not afraid to be able to take charge of your life and the things around you as well, is what I'm hearing. So I feel like a lot of you guys right now would like to travel, or you've gone to many places over the world. So it's either it's on your bucket list, or it's something that you would like to do, essentially, is to travel to different countries. I'm hearing for some of you, you may want to go to Saudi Arabia, Germany. I'm hearing Barbados as well. I'm hearing Trinidad. I'm also hearing Jamaica. I'm hearing France. I'm hearing Fiji. I'm hearing Turks and Caicos. So these are some places that I'm either hearing that you went to or you would like to go to a one day. I'm also hearing Bahamas or Baja. I'm also seeing that some of you might also be from, I don't know, Guyana is what I'm hearing as well too. So very heavy Caribbean Caribbean vibes in this reading. It's crazy. Or you guys have traveled to a lot of places. I'm in the Caribbean, or I'm hearing a lot of exotic islands is what I'm hearing as well. So it's like your mind is always wanting to explore, travel, get to know people, get to know different things, check out different cultures, different environments, really check out the vibe really with people. I feel like as well that you're somebody who's very private, so it takes a little bit for people to actually get into your space, your energy, to get to know you. But this is because I feel like you know, there was a lot of heartbreak, but I do feel like if the person is able to match your energy, then you're willing to basically commit to them. So I see here that there is a potential suitor or lover that is coming your way, because I'm noticing there's a key with the heart. So I feel like this person that you're going to meet is really going to unlock a lot of your happiness and your love within. So a lot of you guys have been spending time working on your self-care, your self-love, really working on building your compassion and trust for yourself, as well as reaching your goals and your potential. So it's like if you are involved with a twin flame soulmate, just know that this person is coming to capture your heart very soon. I also see here that you guys are also into the Wicca. So you guys could be a witch. I'm hearing a warlock. I'm also hearing that you guys definitely are into divination. So a lot of you guys do practice various methods of divination. So I'm also hearing that you guys do a lot of scrying is what I'm hearing as well too, where you're able to kind of use your mysticism to essentially guide you and assist you with getting information from the unseen. So I'm also seeing that you guys as well are heavy manifestors, where you can essentially turn nothing and make it into something. So I feel like you guys have this great attitude that says, I can, which means that you know that you can achieve anything that you put your mind to, and that you have the capability basically of unlocking your full potential. I see here with this Carmelian or Carnelian, I always mispronounce it, Charnelian, I don't even know. I'm hearing Pokemon. So some of you guys might have liked Pokemon. Shout out to you 90 babies out there who might have liked Pokemon or might have been into video gaming and stuff like that. I also feel like that's something that you may still like to do as a pastime, or you play a lot of games on your phone is what I'm hearing. For some of you guys, that may resonate. So we see here with this lizard Carnelian is that you have the ability basically to transform into anything that you need to. You're very much adaptable. So you're somebody as well who is very good at blending in, but also standing out too at the same time when necessary. So it's kind of like you wear multiple hats. So you might be a businesswoman, you might be into spirituality, esoterics is what I'm hearing as well. But when you go in these public settings, you're able to perform, present very well, where people wouldn't necessarily know that about you if they hadn't spent time to truly get to know you. That's probably why I was feeling this key vibe as well, where it's like your spirit, your soul, you as a person very much is under that lock and key. So it's like they basically have to unlock your heart to be able to find out more about you. I also see here as well that you might be a Virgo or some type of earth sign is what I'm hearing. So that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For this reading, I'm also seeing as here as well, they're telling me Sagittarius, so that might resonate for somebody too. I'm also feeling very much Pisces, Cancer, heavy Cancer, yeah, water is heavy, Scorpio as well too, I feel like as well for this reading. But mainly like I'm feeling earth, is heavy earth sign vibes in this reading. So we also see here that you are somebody who's generally very happy. So you make a lot of people happy, and you also lighten the way for the collective and other people, which is something that they really love and admire about you, because there's not a lot of people that have this ability, but I feel like for you, it's just naturally something that you're very good at doing. So let me just put this aside here, pile number 2. And now we're actually going to get into the cards. So let's see. So pile number 2, the strongest polarity, please, Spirit. Okay, so we have here Pluto. So you could have some sort of Pluto in Scorpio is what I'm hearing. So that's probably why I was picking up water signs, or you could be a Scorpio. So we see here, and Venus is Taurus. So yeah, Taurus, I think, and Scorpio. So yeah, Taurus and Scorpio, heavy vibes in this reading. So we see here, and that Sun, Moon, or Rising would resonate heavily with this reading. So I feel like here, this is where people really see about you that you have this ability to basically renew yourself. So you have a lot of inner resources. So you are very wise. You are a witch, as I talked about, a sage. So you have a lot of knowledge. You're able to see the unseen. A lot of you guys could be into crystal healing as well, as what I'm seeing as well here. Or just some sort of healing modality is what you guys are very good at doing as well too. I also feel like you have the ability to trust your basic instinct. And you also are someone who is very much motivated and inspired based on your own personal self. You are all about personal power, and being able to stand in your power is something that resonates with you. I feel like your masculine side is kind of like a little bit more dominant, but then you also have this way of balancing your femininity side as well in there. So you could be like high priestess vibes as well too, where it's like the high priestess knows when to take charge, but they also are very big on sensuality and being a sensual self is what I'm hearing. I know, because I'm a high priestess, so we wear many hats, which is why I gave you guys that long introduction with my promo. Is like the way my brain operates is like I get the downloads, I go with it, I just take chances, I do whatever, and I just hope for the best. That's just me. Right, so I feel like a lot of you probably will resonate with that vibe as well, where you guys are risk taker, but I feel like you guys are calculated risk takers is what I'm hearing. So you're not going to necessarily go all in, but when you're sold on an idea, you guys are able to make it happen. So you guys are willing to hit the ground running and make sure that your pentacles stays up, and that you guys are able to make sure that your abundance, your prosperity is flowing. It's giving me Empress vibes too as well. So I'm feeling Taurus for this reading. I don't know, I'm just picking up on that strongly for this reading. So we also see here as well that you are somebody who is very much in a taboo. So again, as I said, you're somebody who presents like a business person, but on the inside, you're into esoterics, you're into spirituality. So you have gone through many different types of cycles, deaths, rebirths, transformations throughout your lifetime. I feel like you even comparing yourself a year ago to now is not the same. You even comparing yourself from 5 years ago to this point is not the same. I feel like this is something that helped you prepare you for your soul's lessons in terms of your journey and understanding a lot more about yourself. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like you may have taken on some sort of template. So very much could have been a twin flame where you guys took on a lot of your family dynamic and template that was instilled in you in terms of what was molded or patterned to you basically. But the idea is that you guys have literally broken down all those molds and barriers. You guys want to be different. You don't want to be like anybody else in your family or bloodline. You're here basically as the disturber is what I'm hearing, to shake shit up for the people that are part of your bloodline and family lineage, which really is powerful, because this is allowing people to recognize that they can't stay the same. They need to grow and change. Especially, I feel like this will resonate for somebody who is like Caribbean or very much like a traditional type of upbringing. So like, I know for myself, I can speak to my experience. I'm Caribbean, so people don't necessarily do these things like spirituality. They do, but it's like tarot and all this stuff. They think that it's the work of the devil, right? So somebody will resonate with this, which is why I'm sharing this with you. So a part of my twin flame journey is that I was able to break down those barriers to show people that it's not the work of the devil. Like, you get information, you're able to read cards, you're able to uplift humanity, you're able to give back to society, which is something that I feel like you do very much, pile number 2. So you don't really give a rat's ass about what people think. You're going to take charge and do your thing because you know that it's the right thing to do, regardless of what other people may have to say about you and your life and your purpose. So we also have you're the King of Water. So I feel like there's a sense of compassion. You're very trustworthy, very honorable, very devoted, very loyal. So again, this is Scorpio. So Scorpio, and we have Scorpio. So heavy Scorpio and Taurus vibes in this reading. I believe Scorpio and Taurus are the opposite polarity of each other as well. So we see here that, as I said, you are somebody that is well-intentioned. So when you put your heart and mind on something, you go for it. I also see here that something you have been manifesting, because there's fish here, is going to be coming to your cup very soon. Notice how the fish is going to the cup. So I feel like you're just right now chilling in your power, but very soon there's going to be a lot of abundance, prosperity that's coming your way. So I heard somebody saying, thanks. Yes, it's coming very soon. So Spirit is saying that you've already planted the seeds and you're just kind of waiting for your ships to come in. I also see here this person's robe is green. So that's telling me that you're very connected to your heart chakra. Your heart chakra very much is in balance, as well as you're able to basically provide that sense of fulfillment. You're also very romantic, as well as you're somebody who is very good at giving advice to other people that might be in situations that need support. Let me get one more card. So we also have here the Queen of Wands. So what I see here as well with the Queen of Wands is that you're somebody, as I talked about, a go-getter. So you're an action-oriented person where you're not afraid to take charge. So very much cool polarities happening here. We have water and fire. So it's like you have that rush in and then that go with the flow attitude. So it's kind of like that cool balance. Like I'm feeling very much yin yang. So this could even be relating as well to some of you guys who are wondering about your counterpart, because we see here the King is here and the Queen is here. So I do see that there is an opportunity to ground a new beginning with yourself and your counterpart. I also do twin flame soulmate readings. So if you're interested, check out my website. I have that info in the description bar as well. I actually have a sale going on if you want an update on your current situation. So we see here as well that you have a lot of talent, as well as you're very much independent. You're able to take charge. You believe in yourself, which is something that people really see in you, where you're able to balance out your career and your personal life, which is something that's very good. I also see here the black cat, which speaks to me again about spirituality. So heavy spiritual vibes. And we have the purple in the back, which is all about third eye. So you very much listen to your intuition as well, and your intuition guides you, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So this could also represent the duality I was talking about as well, with the King and Queen balanced. So it's like your emotions and your actions are balanced. So your masculine, feminine, so your yin yang sides are currently being balanced at this time, is what I feel for pile number 2. So that was cool, guys. Let us now see the last piece of advice for you, because I don't want to make this reading too long, and then we're going to close out the reading. So we have forgive and forget and do something different. So this is what I was talking about. Heavy transformation, transformative vibes for this pile. So let's read the forgive and forget first, because I actually opened it right on the page. So Spirit wants me to read that one. So it says, are you feeling wounded from betrayals in recent or distant past? Are you walled off from others on a deep and intimate level as a means of self-protection? Do you insist that you need nothing and are completely independent? Well, get ready for a change. Life is now shifting as such a way that you must open up and connect more ultimately with others in order to move forward. On a soul level, all present struggles point to the fact that it is time to knock down the barriers and keep you from fully receiving the support of others. Your divine energy is calling you to find enough self-esteem and self-love within to accept help from others. It's an inside job, and you're one who has been assigned. Begin by forgiving and forgetting all that has hurt you in the past and cause you to put you in unlovability. Acknowledge that the hurt and disappointment are inevitable parts of our human living experience. No matter how painful the real injury was, not that someone didn't cherish you, but that someone failed to love you because you wanted and needed to be loved. Humans make mistakes. Divine energy within forgives them. Your divine invitation, forgive and forget the past. You've survived, you've learned, hopefully, and now it's time to move on and love yourself fully. Start by accepting who you are, and you are a child of God. Acknowledge what's lovable about you, and accept the truth of your divinity. It's only the beginning. So Spirit is saying, right? That's where I was picking up on you needing to balance the two polarities, so the masculine and feminine sides within self. So some of you guys are overly masculine, some are more in your feminine energy, and this is where Spirit is saying that you need to balance the two sides, where you're able to take charge but also have that love and compassion towards other people as well. So Spirit is saying that there are going to be significant changes coming to you very soon, as I mentioned, within the next few weeks, which is going to help to ground and shift your energies as well as your perspective, and the potential of a suitor is going to be coming in. So that is what I have for you, pile number 2. And thank you so much for your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. Don't forget to sub to the channel, because I'm going to be doing a giveaway in mid-May to 2 lucky subscribers that have a chance to win a free personal reading from me. All you have to do is like, comment, and sub to the channel. From now until then, I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care. Hey, my baddies in pile number 3. I thank you guys so much for joining me for your reading. But before we tap in, I have a little bit of promo I want to go over with you guys. Just because, again, my ascension is killing me at the amount of downloads I've been getting, dreams. Like, it is very much truly prophetic. It is crazy. So anyways, I've actually introduced 3 new courses, webinars to my website. So if any of you guys are interested, please check that out. I actually have a course that's going to be launched on May 21st to May 22nd. So you'd have an opportunity, if you would like to attend May 21st, which is the Saturday or the Sunday, for all of these courses that I'm going to list. And so this course is understanding the difference between a karmic, twin flame, and soulmate. So actually right now I am in a twin flame, higher level soulmate journey ascension partner, essentially, that's been assisting me with my ascending and healing. So I have been called to basically make this webinar, which is going to allow a lot of you guys to understand the difference between a karmic, twin flame, soulmate. So I've actually recently had an influx of people emailing me, asking me if they're in a twin flame connection. So I do offer this service as well on my website, which is twin flame, soulmate, karmic checks. So if you want that clarity to save yourself the time, the headache, the trouble, we can do that as well. And then you'll be able to understand in terms of if this seminar is the one for you. So I also have another course as well that I launched, which is all about signs and synchronicities. So this is going to be building on your discernment, as well as understanding angel numbers, feathers, a little bit of an introduction to dreams, because dreams is a very big topic. So I might save that all together for another webinar, but we'll see how that goes, as well as understanding how your angels and guides actually communicate with you. So if you're interested, that course is going to be offered May 28th and 29th. I also have Learn About the Primary 7 Chakras. So there are more than 7 chakras, of course, in the body. But for this course, we're only going to be focusing on the crown to the roots, or root to crown. Take it as it resonates, right? To be able to understand the chakras, right? Because this is what we talk about in our spiritual community in terms of your sovereignty and being able to maintain your optimum health. So hygiene is critical. So I actually do have a chakra clearing service I do provide as well. So if you're interested, check that out. If you feel that you have been compromised in any way, I do offer the chakra flushing service as well too, where I just concentrate on clearing the chakra in terms of remote energy work. So if you are interested in that, check my website out for that, or you can join me for my webinar on June 4th and June 5th. And the cost of that course is going to be $77.77 US. Or if you'd like to do a baddie bundle, which is all 3 courses, that's offered for $200 US. It's actually discounted right now. As time goes on, I'm going to be increasing the price. So it's $150 worth of savings. So for any of my baddie community interested, check that out. I also wanted to let you guys know as well that I've currently added to my features live personal readings. So if you would like an hour to an hour and a half personal reading with like unlimited questions answered and whatnot using tarot as well as my intuition and some coaching work as well, you can book that service for $250 US for an hour to an hour and a half. or you can do 30 minutes for $100. So check out my website if you feel called to book any of those services. Or guys, if you need to know if you are a twin flame, I have a special. I believe the class is now being offered, or my checks are now $30 something, so it's reasonably priced. Check it out and get you some clarity. So yes guys, let us now tap in to the actual reading. So we have here pile number 3. So what I can see here with you guys is that you guys are very much, they're telling me, into spirit animals. So you're into some sort of spiritual healing through nature, animals, trees, scenery, that sort of thing. You might resonate with, I'm hearing the year of the deer or the year of the dragon. So you guys are basically master manifestors, which is something that makes you uniquely you, because you're able to turn nothing into something. So you have very much a dragon spirit where you're very fiery but yet passionate, and you're able to follow your own sense of direction. There is nobody quite like you, and I feel like for a lot of you, people can't necessarily put they can't put their finger on you. It's like you very much are a mystic. So you may have also been drawn to pile number 2 as well. There might be additional messages in there for you, pile number 2. So I feel like this is resonating with the energy of you being able to take chances. I'm hearing that a lot of you guys are use visualizations, as well as you guys do a lot of clearing on a regular basis, which is how you're able to stay in this high, strong, successful vibration. I'm hearing that some people have tried to spiritually attack you, but it was not successful, guys, because your vibe is just high. So they tried to do a little bit of spell work, but it didn't work. So we see here there is a palm tree. So this is giving me island vibes, so you could resonate very much. I'm hearing Los Angeles, I'm hearing California, or even the tropics could resonate with you guys as well, in terms of where you currently live, or your heritage, or where you're from. So we also see here that you are very much someone who believes in love. So you do believe in love at first sight. You believe in no coincidences. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys might even be on a twin flame soulmate journey. I'm feeling that strongly for pile number 3. I also see here that there is a lip piercing here. So you may have some sort of facial piercing as well. I also see here that there's 2 key. I think there was 2. No, there's 1. I thought it was 2. Yeah, it's just 1. My bad. So I feel like you guys definitely have this unique potential to unlock any type of situation with this magical key here. So I feel like you... Sorry, pile number 3. I'm so sorry. There's fire alarm testing in my friggin' condo. It's so annoying. I'm so pissed. I'm so sorry, guys. Back to the reading. So if I have to cut the video again, you know why. I thought they were done, but they're not done. So we have here the key. So I feel like this is you guys unlocking your potential to your greatness. So shout out to you, baddie. You guys are able to really unlock the key to your future and the key to your life. I feel like this is signifying 2 hearts meeting in the middle for me. So this means that there is a prospect lover that is coming your way, pile number 3, which is super amazing. And I feel like this person is dynamic and as unique as you are. I feel like this person is dynamic and they're as unique as you are, and you guys are basically like each other's equal match, which is super cool, pile number 3. So I feel like there's a lot of potential to ground a beautiful unmatched type of love experience. So we see here Scorpio, so you might actually resonate with a water sign of some sort, or you might have Scorpio in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or throughout your chart in general is what I'm hearing as well, that will heavily resonate with this reading. So we see here, this is telling me that you guys are being divinely protected and guided at this time. So I feel like this is also tying into your unique sense of nature. I'm also hearing that you're somebody who may wear a lot of jewelry, bracelets, stuff like that, kind of like me. Shout out to you out there who likes to wear different types of jewelry, bracelets, stuff like that. People really like that about you. I feel like you have like a unique sense of style, a unique sense of flavor. And again, this is why I said, like, people really can't put their eye on you. They don't really know who is this baddie? Like, who is this person, right? Is the vibe that I'm feeling very much for you, pile number 3. So we also see here the number 5. So right now might actually be a challenging time, or you could actually, and again, there was heavy Taurus and friggin' Scorpio in pile number 2. So I feel like, again, there might be some additional messages in pile number 2 for you, pile number 3. But what I see here, this might be a challenging time, or you might resonate with the sign of Gemini. I'm also hearing Cancer. I'm also seeing for this reading as well, Pisces. They're telling me Virgo. They're telling me Libra may also resonate as well too. I'm also seeing Aries, Taurus, which I've already mentioned, Leo, Sagittarius. So I feel like pretty much all signs are on the board except for like, yeah, all signs are telling me may resonate with this reading. So we also see here as well that you are somebody who, this reminds me of like a bow and arrow. So I feel like you are someone who very much is in your masculine side and feminine side, where it's like you have this dynamic nature of yourself where you're able to really work on that strength. So a lot of you guys I'm hearing may have even been into strength training and stuff like that recently. And I'm also seeing that a lot of you guys may have started to work out and really work hard on your fitness. Some of you may resonate with doing the stairs. I'm hearing leg day is a game day, so that might resonate for somebody else out there as well. So we have here you versus you. So again, this is giving me twin vibes. So this could be, again, referencing that counterpart, or just you yourself always challenging yourself basically to be better. And this is what makes you uniquely you, right? You're able to always take action, take charge. You build on your goals. You're not afraid to work on your self-love, your discovery. And I feel for a lot of you guys, you are entrepreneurs and you definitely have very big spiritual gifts as well too. So we see here there's a clock. So this speaks to me about divine timing. So there's some sort of divine timing situation happening right now. It seems like with you and your person, or you could be somebody very much that's always into setting things in priority. So you could like order. You could also feel like you're under pressure, kind of like because maybe you own your own business and stuff like that is what I'm seeing. But it's like you always trying to find time to work on yourself, as well as I'm hearing to feel good. So some days you might not be able to work out or focus on yourself, but you're someone who tries to eat relatively healthy. So even if you miss a couple days working out, this is where you're able to still work on yourself. So something that makes you uniquely you is that you're able to really balance your nutritional value as well as your exercise, your fitness. Like this is a big deal for you. And I also see here that you have a very much a compassionate heart where you're able to forgive, as well as you don't really listen to the thoughts of other people. So you are always able to release a lot of the past, blame, guilt, betrayal, stuff like that. And I feel like you are somebody now that's focusing on living in the here and now, which is something that people find to be very unique, because a lot of people are spending time depressed, thinking about the past, where you're like, no, let's not do that. And then I also see here that you're somebody as well who works on your anxiety. So you're not afraid of the future. You kind of just balance that here and now type of vibe. So you also see here that there's like a drive safe. So you might actually have children, or you might drive in general is what I'm seeing as well. We also see here a swan. So a swan is very unique. And we have an owl, which is telling me all about your wisdom. And I'm hearing your knowledge as well is very strong for pile number 3. So let us now pack this away, and then we're going to pull a few cards to see a little bit more about what uniquely makes pile number 3 pile number 3. I think you guys actually got the most things out of everybody, like the most charmies. Can I get one card, Spirit? Hi, big God. Okay, so we have your Ascendant. Look out. So we have here that your worldview is something that's very important. So I think that you guys have recently gone through some sort of transformation where this really transformed in terms of how you see the world. And this is what makes you unique, because I feel like everybody else is just stuck on societal norms, belief systems, where you are all about taking charge and taking action of your life and your destiny. So we see here that you have a very big soul mission that you know that you need to fulfill, and you've now stepped into that role and have now started to resume the role. So this is where I see you being very expressive, always finding ways to build on yourself. You're very big on integrity. You speak your truth. You're able to basically follow your heart and your passions. So for some of you guys, I see here that you may have recently lost a lot of weight or gone through some sort of body image change, where people are now recognizing that you've been putting in the work and stuff like that, which people are starting to really like the way that you look. So it's like I see your outer world and inner world starting to now reflect and shine beautifully within. So it's like you've really done a lot of your healing already. Pile number 3 is what I feel for you. I also see here that your ability to just be yourself is something that has a lasting impact on other people as well too, because people are now motivated to really step into their power and be more of their authentic version of self just by you existing. So this is where I see that your aura is shining, your spiritual gifts are shining, and you are building on your abundance and your prosperity. I see here that you have a very much a go-getter type of attitude and spirit, which is the fuel that you need to basically push through and persevere. I also see here as well that you make a very strong first impression where people, when they meet you, they know that there's something different and special and unique about you. Pile number 3. So let us now pull some of these cards. So we have here the High Priestess. So again, very much a mystic as well. So we see here that a lot of you guys have been spending a lot of time to meditate inwards to find your soul's discovery. So this is where I feel like a lot of you guys, as I mentioned before, have really been building on your spiritual gifts. So a lot of you guys may actually have been journeying a lot to the Akasha, or you could have been in general into Akashic work, past life. You guys, I'm seeing here there's 2 pillars with yin yang, so I kind of feel like as well this is giving me twin flame vibes. So it's like the opportunity for you to manifest and ground some sort of connection with a counterpart is definitely here on the table. I also see here as well that you are also able to trust your intuitive gifts and know that the divine source spirit will always have your back because you walk in light. So you are somebody as well who was not easy for you growing up, and you went through a lot of difficulty and strife, but ultimately you've always remained in high optimism, and you've always maintained the fact that you know that better days are coming, is what I see for you, pile number 3. So you definitely are a fighter, you don't give up easily, and you trust your team, you trust your guides, you trust spirit basically to guide you. So I see here that spirit is saying that you don't necessarily just focus on the negative. So you want to find a way always to focus on positive things. So this is where I see you working on the forgiveness of self. And this is what other people are starting to recognize. The more that you forgive yourself is the more that you're able to open and unlock your heart, which is where you're going to be able to reach more of your potential. So this is where you have the ability to basically look at things as hidden blessings. So it's like taking lemons and essentially making them into lemonades. So this is what I see for you, pile number 3, in terms of being able to really take a shitty situation and turning it into a positive one. So it's kind of like, you know, people might say, well, how are you going to be able to take charge? This is like the entrepreneur type of spirit that I was picking up on, where it's like, and we see here the back of the deck is the 6 of Cups, so heavy reconciliation happening with you. But I feel like this is you also balancing your inner child issues. So a lot of you guys have recently been doing a lot of shadow work is what I'm hearing, and inner child work, which is helping you to really connect more to your heart, to call in this soulmate, this twin flame essentially to you. The more you heal and the more you work on your heart, the more that you're able to manifest new beginnings, is what I see is what makes you uniquely you, because there's not a lot of people that have the ability basically to balance this. A lot of people are generally caught up in their headspace instead of tapping into their heart, and this is what essentially creates blockages. But for you, what makes you unique is that you're able to flow through that, and you don't just dwell on the past. You're able to accept the past for what it is and move forward and trust that compass of that inner knowing, is what I see. So let's get the last piece of advice, pile number 3, and then we're going to close out your reading because I don't want this to be a super long reading. So beautiful, pile number 3. You've really done a lot of work, and you should give yourself, I'm giving you a pat on the shoulder. You know what? We're going to give you a hand clap. Pile number 3, you did it. Like, you did the work. So let us see, pile number 3. Let's get the last piece of advice from Spirit, and then we're going to close out this reading. Like, I feel like your aura and just you in general is just shining. Like, there is nobody like you. Like, you are just shining, and everyone can see the beauty within and out as well. It's like, you know, people who just like, you see the outwards of them shining, but no, you is the inwards and outwards of you is shining. Which is like something that people are like now noticing, like, whoa, you leveled up. Because you're the High Priestess, guys. So you're probably a part of my soul family too, because I definitely resonate with this High Priestess vibes. So definitely, this is for you. So are you feeling world weary and physically exhausted? This energetic exhaustion is the result of overtaxing on your body and brain and being disconnected from your true spirit. You are forging a path that may not be in harmony with your true nature. You need more time alone in order to reconnect with your true authentic self. Your divine energy is calling you to detach from the dissonant drain of the mundane world and retreat into silence and meditation. Allow for more alone time in order to reconnect and rejuvenate your spirit. Your divine invitation: ignore the muck of the lower frequencies of the world. No matter how compelling and seductive they are, today's drama passes. No need to be in the middle of it to let it drain you. Retreat. The spirit is saying that you got to do some sort of soul retrieval and cord cutting for this pile. So if you need assistance with that, I also do that too. You can check out my website at angiesawakening.com. I'll leave links to this down below. But Spirit is also saying, most importantly, you got to spend a little bit more time with self in order to recharge and generate back those fresh, revitalizing ideas, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Sometimes we got to take a little hideout to be able to tap into more of our potential and get the messages and downloads and insights that Spirit has for us. So this is what I have for you, pile number 3. Wonderful reading. I thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. As mid-May, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, as I mentioned, to 2 lucky subscribers. For now, check out my website for any readings and services you might feel called to purchase. I thank you guys so much in advance for your support. Love and light. Take care.